Good evening, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Matt Holiner. Well, it looks like we're finally going to see our first significant lake effect snow event of the season here in the region. But as is usually the case when it comes to lake effect snow, the region is not going to be impacted equally. There's going to be a lot more snow in one part versus the other. Get to that in just a second. Let's talk about the timing, though. And starting with this evening, 7 o'clock this evening, and the snow moving in. Now, fortunately, during the evening hours, it does look like this is all going to be light to moderate snow. So I still think travel across the region, even in LaPorte and Porter County, is going to be okay. But after midnight, notice how it becomes more widespread across LaPorte and Porter County. Notice how those shades of blue get a little bit darker, indicating that the intensity of the snow is going to be picking up. So I think we're going to start to have issues after midnight tonight. You jump ahead to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and this is when I think the snow is going to be most widespread across the area. And this is also the time where I think we have the biggest potential for seeing heavy snow. See that dark shade of blue showing up in eastern LaPorte County? Each of the models has a slightly different opinion on exactly where that heaviest snow band is going to set up in LaPorte County. Could it be a little bit farther to the west than what's indicated here? Yes. Could it be a little bit farther to the east? Yes, that's a possibility as well. But wherever that heaviest snow band sets up, that's where that highest snow total is going to be. And there's a good chance that it's going to set up somewhere in LaPorte County. Notice that also the big takeaway I want to stress here is notice how there's a lot more blue over LaPorte and Porter County versus Lake County, Newton County, and Jasper County. So the farther north and east you live, the more snow you're going to see with this event. The farther south and west you live in the region, the less snow you're going to see. Notice 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the snow is still coming down, particularly in LaPorte and Porter County. Notice that the intensity is starting to back off. There still could be some pockets of heavy snow, but I think the heaviest snow will be over with at this point. By the time we get to tomorrow evening, at this point I think it's just light to moderate snow. The threat for heavy snow is over with, but yes, the snow will still be coming down. Temperatures below freezing, so it's really going to be piling up. You go into the overnight hours, the intensity will continue to back off. This might actually be the best opportunity at Lake County actually getting some snow, believe it or not, is late Thursday night into early Friday morning. Yes, I still think there could be some flurries around early Friday morning, but by the time we get to 10 a.m. Friday morning, the snow will be out of here. So the all-important question, how much snow? Well, take a look at this snowfall map. Now, this is just one model. The model I think has the best handle of the situation, but still just one model. But this is certainly a possibility. This could happen, where we could see close to 10 inches of snow in LaPorte, for example, but maybe just 4.5 inches in Michigan City. But look at that bullseye that's showing up in LaPorte. And then as you go to the west and the south, look how the snow totals quickly start dropping off. Now, for the northern portion of Porter County, I think it's going to be harder hit than the southern portion. We could see 2 to 5 inches across the northern part of Porter County. But notice this model saying barely anything falls even in the southwestern corner of Porter County. And certainly Newton, Jasper, and Lake County looking at very small snow totals. And that's why the winter weather advisory is only in effect for Porter and LaPorte County. That's where the significant snow is going to be. Yes, there'll probably end up being a little bit of snow in the other counties, but a lot less than what we're going to see in Porter and LaPorte counties. So again, rather than focusing on one specific value, let's talk about the possibilities. For LaPorte, let's look at a few communities across the region. I think we have to put a big range because it all will depend on if that heaviest snow band sets up right over LaPorte or not. If it does, you could see up to 10 inches of snow. If it doesn't, on the low end, I think LaPorte's looking at about 5 inches of snow. Michigan City looks like a little bit less, but still looking at a range of 4 to 8 inches. But notice how the totals really drop off as we start working to the west. Valparaiso, if that heaviest snow band sets up a little bit farther to the west, you could possibly see up to 5 inches. But if it ends up being farther to the east, we're only looking at 2 inches of Valparaiso. Portage, 2 to 4 inches, with 3 inches looking most likely. Crown Point, notice how the totals continue to drop if the snow overachieves an inch of snow in Crown Point, but it's also a possibility that there could be no measurable snow in Crown Point. And I think Hammond is going to be one of the places with the lowest snow total. If it overachieves, maybe half an inch. But I tell you what, there's a decent chance that you may only end up with a quick dusting, if that, maybe just a few flurries in the sky. So let's summarize here. There's going to be steady snow in the northeastern part of the region tonight through Thursday evening. But in the southwestern part of the region, barely anything is going to be falling. So big difference depending on where you are in northwest Indiana. Heavy and blowing snow is going to make travel difficult in LaPorte and Porter County. That's where the winter weather advisory is in effect. And I tell you what, it's because it's going to be below freezing, the snow is going to be able to pile up pretty quickly. And especially during the early morning hours tomorrow, when that heavy snow is going to be around, visibility is going to be real low, and it's going to be breezy, so there's going to be blowing snow as well. And certainly across LaPorte County, a lot of snow-covered roads, and there'll be a lot of snow-covered roads probably across the northern part of Porter County as well. So in general, what I want to do by this winter weather advisory being issued is if you can avoid traveling across LaPorte and Porter County late tonight through Thursday evening, do so, because it's not going to be good travel conditions. If you do have to venture out, give yourself plenty of time to reach your destination. You're going to want to go a lot slower than usual, probably going to be forced to because of the snow coming down, and increase your following distance. Don't follow that car in front of you too closely because they may have to stop suddenly, then we'll have an accident, and then things will really slow down. By the way, one more thing I want to mention, we're going to have some cold temperatures as well. Tonight, wind chills are going to be around 0 degrees, and tomorrow, even in the afternoon, the wind chills probably aren't going to get any warmer than about 10 degrees. So bundle up and stay warm.